Hello everyone, welcome in my channel Grammar Guru. In today's video, I am going to discuss another most important grammar topic, and that is change the voice. Change the voice is a topic that is seen in every type of grammar question, let it be a school level, a college level, a competitive examination, and for that matter UPSC, MPFC. You go to any part, wherever English test is there, grammar part is there, change the voice is going to be there. So friends, let's start how to understand change the voice. To begin with, we are going to have two parts for this. In the first part of the video, that is now, we will discuss about the introduction and the important points that will help you to understand change the voice, and in the next part we will discuss the examples with explanation. So let's begin change the voice. So the first question that comes to your mind is, what is voice? Normally in English you must have heard that there are two voices, active voice and passive voice, but we do not know what is voice actually. A voice is nothing but a sentence structure in English, that is written a sentence structure with when the sentence is in the form of S plus V plus O. So normally it is called S plus V plus O is active voice. So here S stands for subject, V stands for verb, and O stands for object. So when the sentence in front of you is in the form of subject in the beginning, then followed by verb, and then followed by object in the end, such sentence is said to be in the active voice. So why is it called active voice? A question may appear a little silly or absurd to you, but it is important. Why active voice is called as active voice? So let me tell you, active voice is called active voice primarily because the doer of the action, whatever action happens, whatever object is there, the action doer, the person who does the action, subject, plays important role. He is more important, and so when the subject is more important, then normally while writing or while speaking or while drafting, when you want to give importance to subject, that is the doer of the action, then active voice is used. Say for example, suppose we say Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the function. The same sentence can be said in another way in a passive voice by saying the function was inaugurated by Prime Minister. Then what is happening? When you want to give importance to subject, then we use active voice, and in active voice the sentence structure is always S plus V plus O. I hope it is clear. Now what is passive voice? Now in passive voice it is also a type of a structure where object comes first, followed by HV means helping verb, then V3 over here, what I have written on the board is verb in the third form, that is called verb in past participle form, then by, then subject. Why passive and active transformation we must learn? Okay, when we are using a language, we must know what is more important, what importance we must give. If the subject you feel is more important, such as in the earlier example, Prime Minister is more important, not function, in that case we use active voice. Sometimes who has done the action is not important, but what is happening with him or what action he has done is more important. Say for example, 25 cycles were distributed to orphan children. Now in such a sentence this is passive, but who have distributed the cycle is removed from the sentence because that is not important. So sometimes we can have omission of subject, omission can be done, but passive voice sentences have object in the beginning because object is more important, not doer. And passive voice structures are very effective way of communication, especially when you are writing a report or when you are writing a newspaper report, and it is effective way of presenting. Say for example, let's take one example. A tree plantation drive was organized by our school. This is passive voice, And the same sentence said in active voice is our school organized tree plantation drive. So second sentence is in active voice, but the first sentence appears to be more effective way of communicating. So learning active passive voice is important. Now the second part, when we start learning change the voice, the first question that arises is, in active voice the structure is S plus V plus O. Then the question arises, how will you find out object in a given sentence? Because if there is object in the sentence, only those sentences having object can be changed from active voice to passive voice. Mostly a sentence is given in the exam paper and in brackets we have written change the voice. Now changing the voice means if the given sentence is in active, then we have to change it to passive. Sometimes it can be passive that we need to change in the active also. We will deal about that in the second part when we take examples. So whenever we have to change active to passive or passive to active, first thing that we must know is how to find out an object. So let me give you a simple trick how to find out an object. How to find out an object means you have to simply ask a question what or whom, and this question must be asked to the verb in the sentence. If you look at the structure of active voice, it is subject followed by verb followed by object. If you ask a simple question what to the verb, then you will immediately find whatever answer will come for that question after you ask what to the verb, all those words, it may be one word, it may be 2 or it may be 15, do not worry. Whatever answer will come, all those words are object. Let me tell you, in grammar all object words are treated as noun. So all objects are noun, and once we find out object, that is the first trick is ask question what, then something is written ahead that DO. The DO stands for direct object, because objects are of two types, direct object and indirect object. So we say DO, once we ask question what to the verb in the sentence, we get answer, all those answers are called as direct objects. Whereas if you don't get answer to question what, then you have to ask question whom. Whom is again asked to the verb in the sentence. Whatever answer you will get is always called as indirect object. In the earlier video of indirect speech, if you have heard carefully, there was a table about personal pronouns, and the second part, the middle part of the table was object case. All those words in the object case, they are actually the indirect objects in change the voice. So the first thing is, now let's take one or two examples how to find out an object. The principal gave us a permission. If this is the sentence, then can we find out SVO structure? It is simple. The principal is subject, gave is verb, and then we have to ask question what principal gave. Don't ask loudly, just ask yourself what principal gave. Now there is answer is the permission, but there is another word that you can ask whom. Whom principal gave the permission? Answer is us. So there can be one object, there can be two objects, there can be direct object as well as indirect object both. If there are two objects in a given sentence, then there is possibility that there must be two answers. So how to find out an object is clear. The third point that will help us to change the voice easily is there is a helping verb in English, to be. One of the most important helping verbs, to be, and there are 9 forms of this helping verb which we use in active to passive voice, which are listed below. The first one is, am, are, showing present tense, was, were, showing past tense, being, been, be, and be. This is not repetition, explanation is given below. These are the 9 forms which we normally find in passive voice, but original verb is to be, and these are the forms of the verb. Now where to use and in which tenses we have to use is written below. Now these are the types of sentences that you will find whenever there is on question paper, the sentence is given in brackets, change the voice is written. The first thing you must tell yourself or ask yourself is which type of sentence I have. So I have listed 5 in front of you. If you can distinguish and identify the type of sentence clearly, then solving becomes easy. Such as the first type is when the sentence that you have is in simple present tense or in simple past tense. Now, by now you must have realized that change the voice has so many other grammar topics related to, like we must be able to know the verb, how to find out object, V3 form, helping verb and everything. If you want to know more details about it, you can post me a comment. But first thing you have to find out whether the sentence is in simple present tense or simple past tense. So, learning change the voice, you need the knowledge of voice as well as tenses. So, find out if it is simple present tense, then in the answer of the passive voice, you have to use is, am or are, anyone. Let me tell you, is and are, am is used for singular, are is used for plural, everything should be in simple present tense. In simple past, was and were is used in passive voice answer, was for singular, were for plural. You have to be very careful whether it is singular subject or plural subject. Now, the second type is when the given sentence is in continuous tense. Now, the question arises, which sentence is in continuous? Let me tell you, if there is helping verb, is, am, are, was, were plus verb plus ing, only in that case, whenever you will see verb plus ing, it is not continuous tense. There must be a helping verb before that, is, am, are plus any verb plus ing, then it is continuous tense. Present, was or were plus verb plus ing, that means it is past continuous. And as soon as you are clear that the given sentence is in continuous tense, then in answer there must be being, being used. So, the words written after the arrows are actually the helping verb forms that we have to use in passive voice when the sentence is in these types. The third type is perfect tense. In a perfect tense, how to identify? First, how to identify a perfect tense? It's so simple. There must be have, has or had in the given sentence followed by V3. Only have, had doesn't show perfect tense. Have or has or had plus verb in past participle, जैसे कि I have visited, she had discussed. Then whenever you see perfect tense in the answer after have or has or had, there must be the word been used. Now, the fourth type is order type sentences. In indirect speech, we call it as imperative sentences. Orders are also called by requests or command. Names are different, type is same. Any sentence that starts with a verb is order, and whenever there is order type sentence, there must be use of the word be in the answer. That is fourth type. And the last type is helping verb. Actually there are 9 helping verbs that play important role. That is, am, are, was, were, have, has, had, do, does, did. These are the 11 primary, and there are other modals like can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might and must. Out of these 20, whenever you see can or could, will or would, shall or should, may or might and must, our answer should be followed by must. If there is must in the sentence, answer should be must be. If there is can, it should be can be. Simply I am saying, whenever you see a helping verb, then you have to just place be after that, and your answer in passive voice will be easy. Friends, I hope you have understood the basics of the change the voice. In the second part, we will discuss the examples with answers. For any practice exercises or notes, please check the description box. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon. If you have any queries, let me know in the comment box.